What if I told you that at 72, Jeff Goldblum moves with more energy and flexibility than most guys in their 40s, and he's never been a slave to the gym? Imagine waking up every morning feeling agile, pain-free, and sharper than ever, just like Jeff. Today, we're diving deep into the exact blueprint that keeps him looking, moving, and living young. We'll unpack his unbreakable daily habits, his shockingly simple diet, and the real reason his joints never creak. And here's the twist. You'll be shocked when you hear what Jeff Goldblum does that almost every so-called fitness expert gets wrong. Trust me, you don't want to miss the bombshell we'll drop at the end of this video. So if you want to discover why Jeff Goldblum is the poster child for aging in reverse, and how you can steal his secrets, stick with me. Your body after 50 might never be the same. Jeff Goldblum, the ageless icon. Let's get right to it. Jeff Goldblum isn't just an actor, he's a phenomenon. While most celebrities fade into the background after a certain age, Jeff stands out more with each passing year. He's still starring in blockbuster films, performing sold-out jazz shows, and captivating audiences with his famous wit and energy. You won't find stories of Jeff locked away in a gym for hours or following brutal routines. He's carved out a path that's all about longevity, mobility, and a kind of daily joy that's totally infectious. But here's what most people get wrong. Goldblum's secret is surprisingly attainable. He hasn't survived by using radical diets or grueling workouts. His youthfulness is the result of realistic, sustainable choices that anyone over 50 can copy. No Hollywood budget required. In fact, by the end of this video, you'll realize his most powerful anti-aging hack doesn't cost a dime. Why Jeff Goldblum is a role model for men over 50. There's a reason Jeff Goldblum stands as a beacon for men navigating their 50s, 60s, and beyond. While many stars try to hide their age, Jeff embraces it. He's open about his age and even makes it part of his charm. He radiates confidence, humor, and curiosity, qualities that only grow stronger as he ages. Jeff's not out here chasing youth, he's redefining it. More importantly, his health habits are practical. There's no extreme transformation or health scare in his past, just a slow, steady evolution of smarter choices. He's living proof that you don't have to overhaul your life to get real results. You just need the right blueprint. The Goldblum diet. Simple, smart, and satisfying. So, what's actually on Jeff Goldblum's plate? If you're expecting high-priced superfoods or impossible meal plans, you're in for a pleasant surprise. Goldblum's diet is firmly rooted in the Mediterranean tradition, a style of eating that's famous for its health benefits, especially for men over 50. A typical day might begin with a tall glass of water, sometimes a splash of lemon or herbal tea. For breakfast, he keeps things light. Greek yogurt with berries and nuts, maybe an egg with sautéed veggies. This kind of meal fuels the body with protein and fiber, keeping him full and energized without the blood sugar roller coaster. Lunch is where the Mediterranean style really shines. A massive salad brimming with greens, tomatoes, cucumbers, grilled fish or chicken, olive oil, and a dusting of seeds or nuts. He loves flavor, so there's always herbs, a squeeze of citrus, and maybe a little feta cheese. Dinner continues the pattern. Roasted salmon or chicken, sweet potatoes or lentils, and a generous serving of seasonal vegetables. Sometimes he'll go for a homemade soup. Think lentil or minestrone. And yes, he enjoys flavor. Roasted garlic, spices, fresh herbs. The theme is always the same. Whole foods, healthy fats, lean proteins, tons of vegetables, and absolutely no fear of flavor. Nothing is overcomplicated, nothing is extreme, and there's room for treats in moderation. Why this diet works so well after 50. Here's the science-backed reason this way of eating is so effective. The Mediterranean approach naturally reduces inflammation, protects your heart, helps preserve muscle, and boosts your brain health, all essential for anyone over 50. Healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, and nuts keep your joints moving and your mind sharp. Lean proteins, think fish, chicken, eggs, help maintain muscle, key to staying strong and independent as you age. The piles of vegetables deliver antioxidants that protect against chronic disease and help your skin stay vibrant. Best of all, you don't have to count calories or follow rigid rules. You just build your plate around real food. For most men over 50, that alone is a radical shift. And it works. Foods Jeff Goldblum never touches. Now, here's where Goldblum's approach really sets him apart from most guys his age. It's about what he doesn't eat. Forget the old myths about cutting fat or carbs. Jeff is much more strategic, and the results speak for themselves. First, he avoids processed sugar. This means skipping the sodas, candies, and most desserts. Processed sugar is a major culprit in premature aging. It inflames your joints, ages your skin, and leaves you feeling drained. Once he cut it out, Jeff found he had less pain, fewer energy crashes, and even better focus. Second, he skips white bread and refined flour. No bagels, white rolls, or processed baked goods. Why? These foods act like sugar in your body, spiking your insulin and creating inflammation. That leads to joint pain, stubborn belly fat, and low energy. Exactly what you don't want after 50. Third, he seriously limits alcohol. While Jeff might enjoy the occasional glass of wine with friends, he doesn't drink regularly. Excess alcohol is one of the fastest ways to sabotage your sleep, dehydrate your body, and speed up aging. By keeping it in check, Jeff protects his energy, his skin, and his sharp mind. The power of avoidance. You'd think the secret was in eating less fat or cutting carbs, but the reality is, it's about eliminating the foods that cause the most harm. For any man over 50, skipping processed sugar, white flour, and heavy drinking will create a visible, almost immediate difference in how you look and feel. Jeff Goldblum's workout, it's not what you think. Here's the bombshell. Jeff Goldblum is not a gym junkie. He doesn't grind through heavy lifting sessions or run endless miles on the treadmill. Instead, his workout is built around staying mobile, flexible, and pain-free. Every morning, Jeff does a short routine of stretching, light yoga, and mobility work. He focuses on his hips, back, and shoulders, areas where men over 50 tend to stiffen up. This daily practice keeps his joints supple and ready for action. Instead of heavy weights, he relies on body weight moves, squats, lunges, push-ups, and planks. He'll use resistance bands for variety, but the goal is never brute strength. It's functional strength. This means being able to pick up groceries, climb stairs, or play with his kids or grandkids without getting winded or hurt. Most weeks, he does 3 or 4 short sessions, never longer than 30 minutes. The rest of the time, he walks, dances, or cycles for fun. He's constantly moving but never working out in the traditional sense. The Goldblum mobility formula. The real key here? Jeff prioritizes movement, not exercise. It's about being nimble, relaxed, and adaptable. That's why he can still dance, perform, and travel the world without losing a step. You don't need a gym for this. All you need is the commitment to move every day, even if it's just for 10 or 20 minutes. Recovery, sleep, and the Goldblum mindset. Here's where Jeff Goldblum really separates himself from the crowd. He doesn't just work on his body, he actively takes care of it. He treats sleep as sacred, aiming for a solid 7 to 8 hours every night. He keeps his bedroom cool and dark, reads to wind down, and avoids screens before bed. Recovery is part of his daily routine. He's a fan of massages, stretching, and even mindfulness or meditation. These habits lower stress, speed up healing, and protect the brain as well as the body. It's not about pampering, it's about maintaining performance, year after year. When it comes to supplements, Jeff keeps it basic and proven. Vitamin D for bone health and mood, omega-3s for his brain and joints, and a quality multivitamin as insurance. No magic pills, just science-backed essentials. Myth-busting. What most men get wrong about fitness. After 50, let's tackle a few myths that Jeff Goldblum's lifestyle busts wide open. First, you don't need endless cardio to protect your heart. Jeff does short, brisk walks and playful movement, not hours on a treadmill. Second, you can eat carbs. Just make sure they're the right kind. Vegetables, beans, some fruit, and whole grains like quinoa or oats. It's the refined, processed stuff that drags you down. Finally, you don't have to chase the burn or beat your body up with intense workouts. In fact, too much intensity after 50 can increase injury risk and slow you down. Jeff's routine is gentle, consistent, and built for longevity. Expert backing. Why this works. Doctors, trainers, and nutritionists agree. The combination of a Mediterranean-inspired diet, daily movement, and prioritized recovery is the gold standard for aging well. The science is clear. Men who eat this way, move this way, and avoid sugar, white flour, and excess alcohol not only look better, they live better. You don't have to go extreme or spend thousands. Just focus on real food, simple movement, and quality sleep, and the results will show. The Goldblum formula for ageless strength. To sum up, eat Mediterranean-style meals loaded with color, lean protein, and healthy fat. Avoid processed sugar, white flour, and heavy drinking. Move every day. Focus on stretching, body weight strength, and joyful movement. Protect your recovery, sleep well, de-stress, and support your body with the basics. Adopt a mindset of curiosity and play, not punishment. And here's the bombshell we promised. Jeff Goldblum credits his youthful spirit to one thing above all: staying curious. He's always learning, always creating, and never lets himself get stuck in a rut. That mental flexibility translates directly to physical flexibility. The real secret isn't just in what he eats or how he moves, it's that he never stops growing. Which part of Jeff Goldblum's routine surprised you most? Drop a comment below. I love hearing your thoughts. If you want more real-world, science-backed tips for staying strong after 50, hit subscribe right now, and don't forget to check out our last video on Lenny Kravitz's 3 daily habits to stay ageless. Stay strong, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.